Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing the newest cigar from CAO. This is the Consigliere, and it is a direct duplication of the old Soprano cigar. Does that label look a little familiar to you? This is the Associate 5x52. It's a 5-country blend, handmade in Nicaragua using a Brazilian Matafina wrapper, Honduran binder, and the blend is a Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Colombian. Comes in 3 sizes: Associate, Soldier, and Boss. Largest is the Boss, 7x56 Torpedo, ranging from $6.99 to $8.99. So if you liked the old Soprano cigar, which is no longer around, this is a direct duplication. So let's get right to it. The new CAO Consigliere Associate. All right, let's cut the cap. That is almost the definition of an effortless draw. Good. I did my apple trick today. So I've had several of these before today's review. So I want to compare actually that taste to what I get with the apple, and what I'm getting with is sort of a lot of coffee notes, a lot of chocolate notes. The flavor, which I call tea berry, T-E-A berry, tea berry. There's a little bit of a twang there. I'm not going to call it a citrus, but it's some sort of a twang. It's just a little bit of one. I guess it's some sort of a citrus note. There is Nicaraguan in there. There is a Brazilian in there, which is, I'm really getting a lot. The dominant flavors are the coffee and the chocolate. The chocolate has a modest amount of sweetness to it, a minor amount, minor to modest amount. Not a great deal. There is a certain amount of earthiness there. There is a black pepper at about a 7.5. So those are the flavors that you're initially met with. And I believe, based on previous samplings of this cigar, it will have a few changes. So let's see where we go from here. Well, I am about 1.5 inches in, and your flavors are really about like I described before. Now, primarily the chocolate and the coffee, which is really close to an espresso, by the way. It's very deep, dark roasted coffee. Those are your 2 main flavors. There is a modest, minor amount of sweetness. That citrusy flavor is just that twang is just that. It's almost, because of the earthiness and that sweetness, it's almost like a grapefruit type flavor that struggles with its sweetness because it's grapefruit. So you could say it's that sort of a twang. Well, for a fact, there is some butteriness, but those are your flavors. Like it or not, that's what I'm getting. So 1.5 inches in, plus or minus, and ash still intact. That's what we have going on. Well, a good 2 inches in, maybe a little over, right at the band. The flavors are getting a little more defined, where in the previous segment I struggled with trying to come up with the correct description. Actually, I believe I got it right. Coffee, espresso, chocolate, grapefruit citrus, butteriness, earthiness. That's what you have. As I recall, as best as I can, from the original Soprano cigar, this is pretty much it. I remember these flavors, and I think they're pretty much matching up. So that's where we are. Medium bodied. I expect to move up. Finish is a very sweet cream, some lingering pepper. So that's where we are, close to the midpoint, but definitely in the band. Only got about 2 inches remaining. And looking backwards, it started out with a twang. Then it went to more of a defined grapefruit citrus. Now it's starting to smooth off a little more. That's being helped by a touch of brown sugar. Just a touch, but it's shaving off the sharp edge of that grapefruit citrus. Other flavors still in play. Chocolate, butter, coffee. So, and even the earthiness is still there. Not as bad though. So it's a very dark noted, semi-sweet cigar. Maybe it's hitting medium to full bodied right now. And maybe as high as it goes. We'll see. Only about an inch and a half left. This will be the last time I come back before the end and the wrap up. But the chocolate flavors are now starting to get more like a dry cocoa flavor. There's still that minor touch of brown sugar to go along with the dry cocoa. Takes the edge, quite a bit of the edge off of that that citrus, that grapefruit citrus. It's really drifting into the background. A touch of butteriness, quite a bit of coffee notes. The pepper is probably increased to about an 8. It's slightly moved up. It's pretty good on the finish. Finish is still a cream, but there is some influence of the cocoa notes on the finish also. So not a lot of changing going on, some tweaking, but still very dark noted cigar. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Okay, I came back many times, told you little tweaks, little changes here and there. It ended about like it was in the last segment. Low grade, medium to full bodied. It's not overpowering, so for a dark noted cigar, it's not overpowering. It lacks significant sweetness for me, but the flavors are what they are. And there's a lot of you out there who were fans of the original Sopranos cigar. Go ahead and buy this if you were fans of that original. I believe this will match up nicely for you. I'm going over the flavors quite thoroughly. Espresso, chocolate, butter, dry cocoa, citrus, grapefruit citrus with some nice sweetness but had a twang to it. Brown sugar, black pepper. That sounds like something you want to try and you like, then this is the cigar for you. Decent price point. Look at the price point. It's not bad at all. For me, it's not what, my go-to Maduro cigar. Could I smoke it again? Yes. But for me, I'm rating it a 91. Had some nice flavors, lacked significant sweetness, lacked significant richness. But, again, I say, if you were a fan of the original Sopranos, you'll like this cigar. So there you have it. The new CAO Consigliere Associate 5x52, 91. And available now at your local shop.